Hello and welcome to Noggin Comics. It has been a long time since Nora and I have shared the screen.
Yeah, but we're back.
We're back in comic calls. You guys love comic calls. We see it in the viewership, in the comments, and the likes. And maybe subscribe too. That'd be awesome. But today we're gonna be talking about the Minnesota Comic Exchange comic show that happened 2 weeks ago. Was it 3 weeks ago now?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. If you've been watching us on MCE Live every Thursday, we talked about it 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. We talked about it 3 weeks ago. Uh,
Mhm.
but Nora's got a pile here. I've got a pile here. And then we also have about 7 books from a trip to Northern Out in Invergrove Price, Minnesota that we did last weekend. But before we dive into our haul, we actually want to show a video of the show, two separate videos that are courtesy of the MCE admin member and, well, I guess you could say he's like the media assistant to me. John Palm shot some spectacular footage from the show. But before we head on to that, do you have anything you want to say to that about that?
About the footage?
Yeah, about the show.
It was a really fun show. It was at the end of, or it was about in February. So, it was a great turnout. We saw a lot of people, and as you'll see from the video, that everyone had a good time.
I think what sets our shows apart from others is that the affordable price point. $60 for an 8-foot table is pretty good. Industry standard is usually higher than that. But, we also aren't bringing in people for signings. It's more of your everyday average guy show. And we do have some bigger vendors, but we always have a 2-table limit, at least at this venue.
Future of the MC is bright. Our ultimate goal is to engage and expand. So how are we going to do that? We're looking to get out to the Twin Cities comic community and expand geographically in terms of different parts of Minnesota, the upper Midwest. We're looking to engage with all of the like-minded comic folks around here and figure out what else we can do to serve the community. So our show, for example, we've got live art happening to the right of me. We've got guys from the Uncanny Experience, a one-of-a-kind immersive X-Men experience here in Minneapolis. And we're looking for what else we can do to serve the community.
Oh, man. It's a lot of fun here today. People are having a great time, finding amazing deals. People are little guys, older guys, we're all having a blast digging through boxes. The energy is extremely high, very positive, having a great time.
My favorite thing about the Comic Exchange show is just having all the community come together, looking through comics, just being around each other, having artists here, just having everyone all together here. It's a great vibe, great show.
So I gotta say the best creator, the most impressive creator here right now is Jamie Hooker and his wife Trisha. Their display is probably one of the best displays we've had at the show yet. This is our 6th show, best display we've had.
Yeah, if I was in House Slytherin and I came to this comic show, I'd be really confused about why, none of the pictures are moving. But I'd try to find the power, I guess, that resides in these relics, I guess. So, but yeah, come down to MC Exchange Show, have some fun, get some books.
Guys, already early in the morning, getting some scores from the live show here. We got some early Journey into Mystery with Thor books that I've had my eye on, looking for a while. Then jumped in again. Early Thor, filling holes in the run. Then got my first Avengers 69, first appearance of the Squadron Sinister, Hyperion. You know, a lot of fun. And then I've needed this one for a while. Got the first appearance of Beta Ray Bill. Grabbed my second, the second appearance of Beta Ray Bill. So, having a great time and really excited to be a part of the MCE and at the show again.
All right, so I figured it'd be best to come in right after Paul and his comic finds.
Yeah.
You got to see in that video was all the admin of the Minnesota Comic Exchange, which you saw in Nora and I. Nora is a little embarrassed by her performance in that video.
I didn't know what to say. I can't fly by the seat of my pants like that.
But in the comment section, in the description, we're gonna have links to Uncanny Experience. Was it Dylan and Tyson from Uncanny were there? Tyson was dressed up as Nightcrawler, which you're gonna see here in a short bit. Then you had Dylan dressed up as Fang.
Akihiro.
Yeah. So if you know X-Men, you know that. But we have the link to Uncanny, all their stuff. They just made a huge announcement of Gareth Simone is going to be at the show.
Yes.
Have the links to the Minnesota Comic Exchange Facebook group and Facebook page
Website.
But we got, so we get put a description. In our description, we're gonna put a link to Jamie Coker, where we got 3 prints from him.
Two TMNT prints and My Neighbor Totoro print.
Yeah. But and then also Bennett Pysick. Bennett Pysick, who will probably be on the show eventually. We've talked to him a few times. We got his hoodie for his upcoming Kickstarter that's coming out. But those are those 4 things that we got that we don't have on us right now. So, Nora.
Besides those, we have everything else.
Yeah. So let's kind of like bounce back and forth here.
Yeah.
I think you should save your big book for the last book. So
start with that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So this one I didn't get at the show, but Jericho, fellow admin, gave me this because a long time ago he was asking people if they randomly wanted, I think, some duplicate books he had. So he gave me this Uncanny X-Men 151 in his awesome, Mylar bag. So yeah, it's a really great cover. I love Kitty Pryde, and we didn't have it, so awesome. So thankful for him gifting that.
She tried to find his place to put it.
Comics everywhere. Oh, there's a hammer. Okay.
Yeah, I've been doing some work in here. So staying on admins that influenced or gave us a book. The book I'm about to show, John Palm, who did the recording, who was not in the video, which I don't think he likes being in front of the camera. He came flying down the hallway, basically saying, Kyle, you gotta get this book. It's only $15 plus it's half off. I'm like,
so it's not $15.
So $7.50, right? He's like, yeah, Daredevil 115. And I'm like, what's the significance of that? And I'm like, God, I can't remember what it was. He goes, the advertising for Wolverine, first print for Wolverine, Hawk 181. And it's in here. Granted, the coupon is clipped out, but for $7.50, you can sense that this is going to be an X-Men all beyond belief, basically. So we had to get it for only $7.50, and it's in good condition outside of the coupon being clipped.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Let's see what we got. Should we keep with the X-Men? Yeah. So we got a lot of Uncanny issues from Jason at Issues Needed. We're gonna kind of do a quick run through of these here. Saving the best one for last. So Kyle picked out a lot of these, and so did I. We got some Fatal Attraction goodness with that, that lenticular part there. If that
I
is what that
couldn't
is.
say no to that. I mean,
Yeah,
mind you, all these are $2.
yeah, $2. We got X-Men number 20. It's just an awesome cover right there. We got this awesome Bishop cover, Uncanny 288. Look at that. I think we found out that we had a duplicate of it, but that's okay.
It's Bishop. You know, Bishop's my favorite X-Men.
We got this awesome Uncanny 274 cover. Sorry, but the glare is horrible.
We do plan on sharing the majority of these on Instagram. So if the glare is bad, it would be on Instagram.
Uncanny 264 with some beast action. Uncanny 250. Woo! 258. Wolverine beating the crap out of everyone as he does. Uncanny 255. You know, we got some Mystique and
Now
Yeah.
we are the plan for 2024 is to like really load up on these uncanny. There's so many we don't have.
Uncanny 254. I have the I believe I have the Epic collection of this era.
Yeah, you're the trade reader, and I'm the collector.
This is an awesome cover with Storm. Uncanny 223.
Which I think that's also a duplicate that we have too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, X-Men 27 with Sinister and Beast and Rogue. Woo, there we
Rogue
go.
Butt.
Rogue Butt.
Oh.
And we got this awesome Yeet baby cover. From courtesy still of Jason and Momo. And she's needed. So Unfactor 37. So you got Madeline Pryor yeeting up the baby there. I mean, $2. So obviously we had to get that. And Kyle loves this cover. This is an awesome cover.
do love, and the fact this is only $2, we couldn't say no to this.
Yeah, X-Men 205. Look at that awesome cover. Like, yeah, that's great. Just imagine drawing that cover. Nope.
And then before
yeah.
you have the big book, I'm gonna just rattle off a couple of these that we picked up too. This is we have a few more X-Men in here, so I'm just gonna go off those real quick. At issue still, we ended up getting Gambit 1 through 4. Now we did have a Gambit series, and we thought that, well, if this is a duplicate, whatever, it's different covers. But you got that one.
I think there were a few miniseries in between that we already have. We
Yeah.
didn't have the series.
Well,
If that's
yep.
correct. Yeah. So we looked out and we didn't have it.
Which we do have a ZOZ app, so you think we would look at that when we're buying, but we never do.
No.
So.
Of course you don't. Or we don't.
And then this is the X-Men Special Edition #1, which is the very first adventure of the new X-Men. Claremont, Dave Cockrum. But
I think it's also a wraparound cover.
it is a wraparound cover, if I recall correctly. I'll just leave it in there. But yeah, we got that too because it just said cool. And I actually think at that time that says $5, but I think we have for $2 as well.
Yeah.
These other books, some come from Jason, and then some come from other companies, other vendors that were at the show.
Yeah.
So this is Ghost 99. If they're not collecting X-Men, we're collecting horror titles. This one just is Sticko, so I had to get it. It's Ghost Banner 37.
Just an interesting looking cover.
Oh, I thought it's the
cool.
colors that popped off for me.
There's like some cloudy bags there.
Yeah. And then this is a Ghostly Haunts 41. And this is just grotesque and just ugly looking.
Oh, that bag is so old.
So I had to get this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was $2 as well. And yeah, if you're watching this and you're still here, you're realizing that at this show, if you're in the Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Ohio, the Dakotas, swing on by, keep an eye on the Minnesota Comic Exchange. These shows have cheap books that are in great condition, great people, great vendors, and great creators all at this show. We got 2 more coming up, one in June and one in September. Man Thing 11. I just love this cover. And then these are, I'm a sucker for Marvel 2-in-1. I don't know why. But this is Marvel 2-in-1 88, The Thing, and She-Hulk.
Mhm.
Which Nora is a huge She-Hulk fan. She would argue that that's the best MCU show.
I mean, one of the best ones, yeah.
And then this is Marvel 2-in-1 77. This is Thing and Man Thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
All of the men.
And then, in that video we shared earlier, Jordan, who was talking, he's a huge Ghost Rider fan. I feel like half the time when I'm looking for Ghost Rider, I have to fight him to get it. So here's a few, only 4, not big ones, but those that fill up the hole. I fill up the hole in the collection. Ghost Rider 61. Once again, another $2 book that was in issues. Ghost Rider 23. Ghost Rider 22. And then Ghost Rider 20.
What year are these from?
91.
91.
So. And then there's one more book that we got at the Minnesota Comic Exchange Comic Show. It is our big book of, so it's not an expensive book,
No.
but it's the first appearance of a character that we both love and that would play a major part in X-Men 97.
Yeah, so I saw this and I couldn't pass it up because he's one of my favorites. We got the first appearance of Sinister, so Uncanny 221. Got this for a good deal with Tony Hoagland at TNT. I can't remember his friend, but it's his friend who is also a vendor with him. Also has a name that begins with a T. I think it's also Tony. Tony and Tony. So yeah, this is a great cover. I've seen this so many times and I've like wanted it a lot, and then it really dropped in price. So I'm like, okay, I'll snipe that up. Why
Yeah, so we're just gonna tell you the price because we've seen this at other places. That is in really good condition too.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of like a spine.
It's a spine roll,
Yeah.
but we've seen it at some places going for $75 to $100.
Mm-hmm.
We got this. It was originally priced at $35, which we would have pulled the trigger anyways. This one negotiated down to $30.
You didn't really have to. He just said, "I'll give it to you for $30." I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So should we play a little bit more of?
Yeah. So we're gonna play a little bit. We're gonna play a bit more of this video, and then we're gonna dive into the comic call that we got at Nerdin' Out this weekend. But while we're showcasing some of this video, we had to mute it because John Palm played some music over it that we cannot have on YouTube. So we're gonna be talking over it. But let's get this going. So yeah, right there, that is Tyson as Nightcrawler at Uncanny Experience. This is the beginning of the show. This is when a lot of people are setting up. There's Jordan and Paul setting up his setup behind for Mr. Nice Guys. That's issues needed. I can tell you that's issue with all the omnibuses there. That's Jamie Coker, as you see Nora and Sophia there. Adam at Lunchbox. Scott Rouse, who did the poster design for the show. Jericho, Slinging Comics. Jeff Mulick, Most Wanted. A lot of these guys you can find at every show you go to in Minnesota. But one thing that we pride ourselves on that the Minnesota Comic Exchange shows is a rotation of different vendors and people.
Oh, he had that Rogue Gamut cover I could have got for $2.
Yeah, he had that Rogue. Yep, there's Chris and John recording each other. Another Admin and Dean. I believe I'm coming up here soon. Eric Chan there. As you can see, there's so many different types of books you can find at this show. So Jamie was the biggest crew that we've had at the show, really. So that's the reason why we kept showing him. It's a kids event too. We want you to bring kids to this show. It's free admission. Every show that we have is free admission. Right. Once again, Uncanny. We have face painting. That's courtesy of Jericho's daughter. I think coming up, we gave out a lot of free comics too at the show. But I believe that what is that? Yeah, there it is. Jacob Daly. That's what I was looking for. I knew somewhere in this video, Jacob Daly, he did a live painting at this show. So the show was what, 6 hours long?
From 9 to 3.
Yeah, 6 hours long, and he painted the whole time. And I think he that went to donations. Whoever
Yeah.
got put in that money.
Yeah,
Oh.
it went. I can't think of the organization, but I knew the organization when I saw it. So it was definitely related to the arts. And here's Bennett Pisek.
Bennett
with his
Pisek,
book,
yeah.
Clay Hollow.
And if you do want to support the Minnesota Comic Exchange, we have T-shirts, buttons, stickers, basically anything that you can think of to have at a show and to promote a community organization or it's a community involvement. Stickers. Once again, that's Jason at Issues Needed. He had $2 books, so he was flying through books.
There's little mutant Ramona. There's Kyle.
Yeah. John was just following me around. I felt like this is my Daredevil purchase.
Oh,
so,
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I can't remember who that was.
And then
Chris laying some deals.
Chris is the main admin of the main creator of the Minnesota Comic Exchange.
Yeah. And I think that's pretty much it there.
Well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that gave you a little snippet of what to expect if you were to ever go to a Minnesota Comic Exchange comic show. That's what's there for you. It is for every type of collector. It doesn't matter if you're collecting graded, high-end books, first collecting, first keys, first appearances, but also filling up holes. I mean, look at all that Uncanny X-Men and Ghost Rider that we got. And you spent the most on one book. The most I spent on a book was $750.
I know, we didn't spend too much.
The most expensive thing we got was supporting Bennett and getting his hoodie. But that is the Minnesota Comic Exchange. We have 2 more coming up in June and September. Catch the Minnesota Comic Exchange and us on MCE Live every Thursday around 7:30. Depends on when we hit that record button, honestly. But before we head out for the night, we want to talk about a little tiny haul that we got at Nerdin' Out over the weekend.
Yeah, these are all yours, Kyle. So.
They're all mine. If you would have watched the MCE Live last Thursday, I did go through this little comic haul, but I wanted to see those who watch channel to see this.
Yeah, there you go.
So Marvel graphic novel. These are books that I've been trying to find. I rarely find them. If you would have looked at the MCE show, probably would have found it. But the Hawken thing. You see who's down there: Jim Starlin, Bernie Wrightson. I am a sucker for anything Bernie Wrightson. And yet I did not know that book existed until we went to Nerdin' Out, looked at their new revivers, and here they're sitting there. Now, is it in good condition? Not really. Is it a reader? Yes, because it's been read already by me. And now this just kind of goes on top. This is just perfect timing for this one. We showed Mr. Sinister's first appearance. Well, this is Mr. Sinister's first cameo. And this is Uncanny 213.
It's an awesome cover.
Now, we love both Sabretooth and Wolverine. We're watching the anime series right now. Getting prepared for 97 come out this week. So we just love that cover. This is actually an homage to another cover. I can't remember the name. I can't remember what number it is. But this is Excalibur #1 with the 1 week engagement flashback homage. And in the comment section, if you know what I'm talking about, let us know.
Isn't there a certain someone on that cover too?
Yes, so that's Stan Lee, and also I believe that's the homage part. So.
Oh, I just ruined it.
Yeah, I just can't remember what number the book is.
Oh, okay.
Secrets of Haunted House 24. Like I said, sucker for horror comics. The rest of these are actually a lot of filling up gaps in collections, or even starting new collections, I should say, too.
Yeah.
First one, Defenders 15. Now we don't own any Defenders, but here's the thing: this is Magneto and his Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
And Blob.
Yeah,
obviously.
he's part of the Evil Mutants, so that's the reason why we had to get this cover. There's some writing on it. It says $10, but we actually got 20% off, I think.
10% off.
10% off.
Yeah,
So-
it's an awesome cover.
And then Kraven the Hunter. That movie's coming out. Do we have high expectations for it?
No, but
Have you watched My Adam Web? No, not yet. So that's why our expectations are
not
kind of like that.
yet. Yikes.
But Kraven is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. So I got this Daredevil and Black Widow 104 cover.
I mean, I'm just excited to see the actor is Kraven.
Oh, Aaron Tyler Johnson.
Yeah.
And then the final book that we got at Nerdin' Out is a comic that I never thought that I would own. This is in really bad condition. It's dirty. Very dirty. But at the same time, it's an iconic cover, and it is Captain America 193.
Maybe Adam can clean it up for you.
Yeah, Adam at Atomic Lunchbox, he might be able to clean it up. But I've always loved that cover. And when I seen it was $8, the condition for it, I looked at Nora, I'm like, hey, at least it's going to have a good home.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that is our recent comic haul. And, we plan on hopefully doing this like once a month. With comic hauls, stopping off at some stores that aren't a local comic shop. Comic shows coming up. There's plenty of shows in 2 weeks. Is it next week?
Next Sunday, the 24th.
Yeah, so next
at, Oddmart.
Oddmart.
You're gonna have some creators there and some vendors. There's like for a 12 to 4 p.m.
Yeah.
little show.
We'll share it on here. But it is Gigantic Con, something like that. Like it's such a weird thing. But the thing is, this show is only comics that are not from the big two. No Marvel, no DC. So it'd be interesting to see what they have. And most likely, while we're there, we're probably gonna stop off at some comic shops in the area to probably buy more books there.
Mm-hmm.
There's also 2 other shows happening outside of the exchange shows that we'll be at. So expect haul videos from those 2, and it just feels good to be back filming for Noggin Comics once again. Sharing that passion, us having debates on why some books are good, some books are bad. So
True. They will be coming.
But you got anything to say before we head out for the night?
Yeah, like Kyle said, we have some things coming down the pipeline. Like we're gonna pull up some preview books, upcoming books that we're interested in, some upcoming books that we're reading that we think others should read too. But yeah, maybe even our top 10 movies of last year.
Well, yeah, we're trying to we're trying to become a part of a Film Critics Alliance here. So
still pop culture related.
Keep an eye on our blog. We have a blog, and we're talking about pre-MCU movies. So like movies like the 1970s Cap movies and Spider-Man and Nick Fury. The next movie that we're watching, or I'm watching, is Dolph Lundgren's The Punisher.
Yeah, I will not be watching these movies.
She's not watching until we get to like 2000, and I'm like, hey babe, I'm at the X-Men part. Okay, I'll watch X-Men.
Until you make me watch Catwoman.
Oh well, see that. The goal is to say that movies that you think are bad right now are not as bad as movies that we all had to go through to get here.
True.
But if you made it this far, thank you. Hit that like button. Comment below, are you in the local area? Are you in any of the touching states of Minnesota? Let us know, and we'll get you in touch with Minnesota Comic Exchange. It's a great community. A lot of these conventions, and not conventions, but all these comic shows, that's all they have. That's not us. We're not just a comic show. We're a comic community. We can buy, sell, trade on our Facebook page or group, or just talk about comics. We do a Comics and Keg hangout weekly or monthly, and then have that live stream weekly. So, but like I said, like, comment, and subscribe, and we see you at the comic shop.